sometimes at school, it'll be the craziest things that be happening. Sometimes you be at school and you be like, you just chilling in your class, just chilling. And then the next minute, a fight going on. And bow. And you don't know for what. Or let's say, uh, you're learning and stuff. And this one hothead crashes out of the teacher for no reason because he got in trouble or whatever. It's some unavoidable school experience in life. And some of y'all that's watching might be the same people that I just mentioned, or it might be the same people that are mentioned along the way. If you are, let me know. What is good, Justified? And we're back with another video. And today we're gonna be watching Unavoidable School Experience by Rody. So let's get into this. Okay, Unavoidable School Experience by Rody.
Bro, there is nothing more annoying than being accused of having a crush on the chopped cheese at school. This literally happened to me in 7th grade. I was taking an exam in math class, and right underneath the clock on the wall, the most chopped, wildebeest looking creature was sitting. Let's call her Roz. To pace myself during the exam, I would look at the clock every couple minutes to make sure I would finish in time. You can probably tell where this is going. At lunch the same day, one of Roz's friends came up to me and asked, "Hey, do you have a crush on Roz? She told all of us that you kept staring at her during the math exam." Are you actually kidding me right now?
No, we don't have a crush on you. We literally just trying to get our work done and cheat off of you. We don't like you. Like you, but we ain't gonna go too deep in that.
Been telling every girl in our grade that I had a crush on her. I would rather share a cell with Fleece Johnson than have these rumors surrounding my name.
In his prison, booty was more important than food.
Okay, maybe not.
No, dead serious. No, not booty. We ain't taking it that way. We ain't taking it that far. I'm not taking it. I gotta admit and not actually like her. Everybody know that.
I told her friend that I obviously don't have a crush on her. I was just trying to look at the clock, but it was too late. The damage had been done. Over the next week, I literally had to go on a campaign around my grade trying to clear my name. I was literally posting Snapchat stories telling everyone that I don't have a crush on her. The funniest thing is, the older I've gotten, the more I realized that this happens to a lot of people. Over the years, I've made a number of friends who've also been accused of having a crush on the most karate chopped looking creatures. At this point, I'm afraid it might be an unavoidable part of the school experience.
It is, bro, because people say, like, back in elementary, because middle school, like, wasn't around a girl 24/7 to even be like, oh, you like. But in elementary, they accused me of liking, like, and I just sucked up to it because I was like, maybe if I like her, she like me back. But I used to just suck up. Like, they say I like this one girl. I'm like, sure. I like this one girl. Sure. And I just went on with it. And then I actually started liking her. Like, it was a whole little thing for me. Like, if you say I like somebody back when I was younger, a little younger, bro, I would have liked them back. It would have been true. But at the time, it wasn't.
It's like watching crazy fights. Now, I never got into a fight at school. I was always a little too chill, a little too nonchalant to be
Exactly. Well, not nonchalant. But I've never gotten in a fight in school. Somebody beat me up in elementary. But that I wasn't fighting back because I didn't want to fight back because I was in trouble. And yeah, they don't do nothing about it. And I was eating those hits like it wasn't nothing. Nigga was soft. I realized he was just soft. If I really just in his stomach, bruh, he would have been done. Cause he really wasn't doing nothing. He is soft at him. But in fights, I've never got in a fight, but like I just said earlier, I've seen a couple of fights, and people would just be fighting over anything. Nigga said, I'm fighting over LeBron James because he's my GOAT. No! Stephen Curry's the GOAT. No! Michael Jackson's the GOAT. And then pow. Like, chill. Why are we arguing over who's the GOAT in the NBA, bro? chill out over there, bro. It's not even that serious.
Devious activities like that, but when it came to watching fights, you know your boy got to get the best seat in the house. The craziest fight I ever witnessed happened at lunch in 8th grade. You see, there was this kid in my grade named Zach. He was one of those kids that would misbehave so much that he couldn't be in regular classes and had to be in his own supervised classes. He was always skipping, and I'd see him hanging out in the gym or bathroom every once in a while. Now, it turns out that Zach had made beef with this kid Angel and his friends. Now, I don't know the details, but what I do know is that he told them that he was gonna pull up on them during lunch. You could say a lot of things about Zach, but what you couldn't say was that he wasn't a man of his word. I still vividly remember that day. I was playing NBA Jam on my phone at lunch in the cafeteria, and out of nowhere, I hear kids cheering and screaming. I had no clue what was going on, so I turn around and I see Zach running full sprint followed by 2 teachers. He runs across the cafeteria right towards Angel, and they immediately start throwing hands. Everyone is going crazy cheering them on, and then Angel's friend Raul, who was about 6'2", 180 pounds, lifts Zach above his head and slams him on the floor like he's the Undertaker. At this point, the teachers finally grab a hold of Zach, and we are all standing there like we just witnessed the rumble in the jungle.
So when it's come down to watching fights, so I try to be either I'm like, bro, I'm breaking it up, and I'm not gonna let it get too far. But on the last week of school, last week of school for me, dudes got in a fight the day before we graduated, and they were gonna be able to walk the stage before, but then they got in a fight, and unfortunately, I wasn't in there. But they said dude it was a sped dude in the high head. Which wasn't a good fight at all. It wasn't a good fight. But I'm gonna tell you about a good fight actually. So it was okay fight, but both of them didn't know how to fight particularly. Like if you're fighting, bro, you gotta actually do something. Like, all right, I'm gonna just it was my what was it? I don't quietly know. Oh no, it was my 8th grade year. So these dudes started fighting over no, 7th grade actually. These dudes started fighting over like nothing. Like they said some few words and they start attacking. Like also, it's a good competition because both of them were sped and didn't know how to fight. Or not both of them. One of them was smart, but he just didn't know how to fight, and he was kind of gay. And one of them was just a little sped, and yeah.
Talk to someone I went to middle school with, I asked them if they remember that fight, and they always do. It's become like a core memory for us. Another core memory to everyone I went to school with has got to be the Williams Challenge. Now, unless you were in middle or high school in Plano, Texas in 2018, you probably have no clue what I'm talking about. And after I tell you, you're gonna wish you still had no clue what I'm talking about. The Williams Challenge wasn't really a challenge. It was an incident that happened at Williams High School where one male student gave another male student $20 to give him Gluck Gluck in a bathroom stall while a third guy recorded. Now, somehow this video got leaked and went quadruple platinum on Snapchat. I actually never got the video because I wasn't trying to get mixed up in all that, so I actually never saw the video, but the incident became legendary in my school district. The term Williams Challenge became commonplace in our vocabulary, and someone even made an Urban Dictionary post about it. As wild as that story is, I think we can all agree that $20 is $20. It's honestly crazy how quickly
$20 is $20, but only if it's a girl that you're trying to do it with. So weird. You said it's 3 guys basically. 1 guy recording, 1 guy taking it, and 1 guy giving it. That's gay. I don't care about no $20. Out of me. I know y'all want to be a little. Yeah, no, never, ever, and never in my million years in life coming up. Am I doing that? No.
Rumors spread throughout his school, and it's not just students. Teachers get it the worst. Because students have nothing better to do, they'll just make stuff up about their teachers. One time, some kids found out where one of our teachers lived, and they would post pictures of his house on Snapchat, which was weird enough, but on top of that, they said they saw him inside his house gooning. Obviously, they just made that up, but kids want to believe stuff like that, so that just became his reputation after that. Being a teacher in the big 2025 is honestly terrifying. I mean, you just gotta know that your kids are gonna do full background checks on you and find out every little detail about your life. Boundaries do not exist anymore. Speaking of not having boundaries, you remember those kids in elementary school that would pull their pants all the way down at the urinal?
Yes.
Bro, you cannot be double cheeked up in a public.
I'm like, bro, you're 10 years old still pulling your no, this is a better example. You're 12 years old, 11 years old, and still have the audacity to pull your whole pants down and start peeing. If you're gonna do that, please go to the stall, bruh. That's like practically you pooping, bro. Nobody wanna see your joint, little bruh. You pull your whole pants down. Just pull it out and then just start peeing. Don't pull your whole butt cheeks out. That's weird. That's why like you go in the stall, first thing I see, yeah. Man. Well, you also kind of leaking yourself because depends on how your stuff is.
I never even understood this. Even at 5 years old, you should know how to hold up your pants. I saw a kid doing this as old as 8th grade. At that point, it's time to hop on the short bus, my guy. You are not ready for general pop. Unfortunately, these guys aren't even the most annoying people in bathrooms. I mean, how can we forget the vape fiends who turn the entire bathroom into a cloud?
Into smoke. I don't know, but I think now of late they have made it so that they've made it so that they have smoke detectors in the bathroom, but I'm not quite sure.
Or what about that one guy who just randomly has like a barbershop business in there? Like, I respect your hustle, get your bag, but
I respect your hustle, but please don't do it in the bathroom, especially since you're gonna get basically caught. Like, what's the point?
who wants to get their hair cut while mans is taking a dookie 5 feet away? Honestly, to me, the most annoying guys in bathrooms are the ones that are just standing there doing nothing. They're probably skipping class, which is whatever, but why do you gotta camp out in here? Do you know how uncomfortable it is to try to pee while bro is literally standing over my shoulder? Like, don't you have a test to take or something? Speaking of tests, whoever invented these things needs to be publicly executed. I mean, these things are completely pointless, especially for subjects like social studies. You literally just memorize the entire.
I will say this: I don't get the point of having tests because you're never gonna use any of these things in your maybe your school life, which I understand, but then the rest of your life you're not gonna use it for the rest unless you go to a good college. Which I will, but then after that, what you do with it?
Entire units the night before the test and forget everything as soon as you turn it in. This leads to those days where you wait until the morning of your test to open your textbook and realize there's no chance you're gonna learn.
I don't study. That's the problem. I don't study. I just remember. But that's a flex, though. That's a flex. That's a flex right there.
The material in time, so you just give up on studying and just rely on your test-taking strategies and deduction skills to get you through it. Now, most of the time this completely fails, but the few times you do well on a test after going in raw makes you feel like you have the IQ to understand Rick and Morty. But the opposite is also true, and whenever you study for a test and then fail, makes you really consider if you should become a professional risk taker instead of going to college.
34? Okay, what do you do?
I am a risk taker. I'm a road runner.
I actually
All right, boys. That is it for today's video. It's new video coming out either Monday or Wednesday. I don't know. But love you niggas. Justified.